Hey guys, welcome back to week 5. We're here with Eugene again. How you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good,
Yeah,
very good. How about yourself,
yeah.
Andrew?
Good,
How's today
thanks.
been so far?
So far, so good. This is what I've been waiting for. So Eugene is from Freedom Profits, and he is a master in Facebook ads, Messenger, Amazon, all things e-commerce, pretty much. So Eugene's going to run us through week 5 of the setting up a Facebook engagement ads, and we're going to do this on some products that we've got, and you can actually look over the shoulder and see how this is all going to work and see our results and everything. We're going to open up the Komodo, as they say, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So, so hopefully there'll be something underneath there that they'll enjoy when they see it. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. So I'm going to let Eugene take over because this is going to be a longer one than our typical ones because Eugene is going to go in depth and we're going to look over that. And yeah, so Eugene, all you,
Cool.
bud.
Thanks, Andrew. So, hey guys, my name is Eugene Chang, and so welcome to week 5. Um, as you set up, your Facebook engagement ads with the audience, your ad placements, your ad copy, and also pixels and stuff. We'll go through that. You can watch over my shoulders as I create, this Facebook Messenger ads. So let's get started. Um, okay, cool. Yeah, so we're in week 5 now. So last week, Andrew showed you guys on how to set up your Jumper account and then to create your hashtag for each of your products, uploading images, descriptions. So this week, we'll set up your Facebook engagement ads. So I'll go through that, step by step. And as usual, have your pen and paper ready so you don't miss anything else. And if you do, you always come back and refer to this presentation. So let's get started. Awesome. You already have a pen ready.
Yeah, I do, dude.
Cool, cool. So, yep, as I mentioned before, this week, strictly just Facebook asset engagement ads. I'll give you all the tips and tricks that you can do, best practices, so you don't throw money down the drain, because a lot of people, they think that Facebook ads doesn't work, which I totally disagree with that, because is Facebook ads, does it really not work, or is it because your ad copy sucks, or because of the settings you didn't do it right correctly? Because if you look at Facebook right now on Nasdaq, they're pretty much almost a $600 billion company, and all the revenue most of the revenue comes from the Facebook ads. So I guess something's working right there. So let's jump straight into it. Sorry. Oh, okay. So first and foremost, so remember how we created the Facebook post, engagement post on, I think, week 2. So now today we're going to post it up. So pretty much all you need to do is navigate to your ads manager. So facebook.com// ads manager. And if you go to page posts right here, there's 2 ways we can do this. Either you can post it directly from your page, or if you want to or you can post it straight from here, which you get more options. So let's say, for example, so you can have links right here, and you can add buttons. There's a carousel as well. You can have links in here. You can have multiple images or videos. So it's more, I guess, you can create Facebook dark posts as well, which is dark posts, meaning posts that's not shown on your page, but you specifically use it to run ads. You can do video and do status as well. So we're going to do a Facebook photo, which I'm going to use the image that we created early on. So let me upload the image right here. Yep. So we're going to use this one. I'll show you the image again, just in case you forget. Anytime now.
Yeah. It's a really simple image. You can use Canva and things like that to produce these things, so they're really
Yep,
easy.
exactly. Yeah, I create these, this creative at just using Canva. Pretty much drag and drop. You can upload images, and as for images, if you don't have any high quality images, you can use pexels.com. So pexels.com for royalty free images, or you can use Pixabay, so pixabay.com. They give out a lot of free high quality royalty free images, or if you prefer to use paid ones, always there's Shutterstock that you can choose. So this is the post that we'll be running, that we're posting, and we run ads onto it. So do you walk your dog during the day or at night? A, day, B, night, C, both. So really, really simple, straightforward question. Like I mentioned before, you don't want a question that is too complicated, that people will take time to think about it, because the longer they need time to think about it, the more they will not comment on your post. And so for the post text right here, the copywriting, so here's the one that I'll be using. So let me copy this. So pretty much I use hashtag poll, because Facebook, you can use hashtag with Facebook as well, and anything questions related posts, you can do like a hashtag poll. Do you walk your day during the day or at night? You want to keep it very consistent with your ad image. So A, day, B, night, C, both. And I always suggest using a postscript. So PS, comment your answer below for one entry to enter a giveaway to win our best-selling LED safety pad collar. So what that actually tells you is, comment your answer below, and then you can ask for one entry to enter a giveaway, because people always want to enter competitions, giveaways to win a certain product or a prize. Or sometimes if you think, comment your answer below for a chance to win, that isn't as good, because this one is a guarantee entry to win. And if you put for a chance to win, that means chances of it, they might win, they might not win. So there's a little bit of copywriting strategy right here. So I highly suggest, for one entry to enter the giveaway. So meaning it's a guarantee for them to enter the giveaway. So that's a chance of them winning it. And, I always like to take things a little bit further. So PPS bonus, and I share this post again for an extra 5 entries. So it's pretty straightforward. So, if they want to win this LED safety pad collar, they will share it to their peers on their page, on their wall. Then they'll get an extra 5 entries. And you can add again, hashtag giveaway, and also hashtag what your product is. So this is basically the copywriting for the post that we'll be doing. Pretty straightforward here. So once you put in that, your copywriting, then you create the post, wait for it to upload, and yep, that's done. So once you have created that, what you want to do is, can't publish it. That's fine. So what you want to do is you jump back to your ManyChat, because we want to select the post that is related to the Facebook post that we did earlier. So let's see. You can grab the ID right here. No, sorry, we have a privacy issue right here. It's no longer available.
I think it's the payment.
No, I think it's because probably I can't really publish the post probably because of limited
Oh, you want me to give you access to the
access.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let me hold. Let me stop. Pause. Let's see where we're gonna go.
Cool. Yep. So once you created the ad post, what you need to do is you can just select it, and then from there you need to publish it on your page. Reason being, if you don't publish it, we won't be able to select the post from ManyChat. So be sure go to add post and then just hit the button, publish, and then double check, in the publish post right here. If you have it, let's see. So coming back to ManyChat, so we want to search for the post that we just created. So yep, this is right here a few seconds ago. So this is the one that we want to select. And as soon as you post it on Facebook, highly recommend you select the post immediately on ManyChat just so you can fire it up and create it. So from here, only trigger from there, we want to leave everything here. So anyone that comment on the post will trigger the bot. So save this, and again, make sure that it's active. If not, you want to activate your bot on your Facebook comments. Yep. So once the widget is activated, what I can do is we'll do a quick test. Go there. I'll go to the page so I can check for the posts. Sorry,
Yeah, there's spaces in between all that stuff too.
Yeah. Okay.
There you are.
Yep. So let's scroll down. What I want to do is just going to do a quick test to see if it actually works. So what you want to do is make sure you test it out. So here's what the post will look like. Hashtag poll, do you walk your dog during day or night? So I'm going to comment on it. So I'll make sure I'm commenting as my own personal account just to trigger the bot. So I said, okay, for example, night. Probably have to wait for a couple seconds to make sure it's. So let's see. Let's double check it's active here. Okay, great. So yeah, that will trigger the bot immediately. So you say, okay, here Yun Chang, does your dog love walkies at night? So it's a question like this. So say, definitely. And that would trigger the message sequence as well. So automatically, pop up the next question. So would you like to keep your dog safe and have maximum visibility during nighttime walks? So of course, yes, please. And yep. So I'm here to say LED safety necklace dog collar. To help keep you and your pet safe during nighttime walkies. Running special promotion, offering products for free. So everything's going okay in terms of the message sequence. And so once you've done that, so what we want to do is go to Ads Manager and we want to create an ad for that. So pretty much when you're here, hit the green create button, which will take you to select your objective, and I want to start over again. So pretty much what we want to do is we want to select engagement, because the main goal of this post is to gain engagement, comments, from potential buyers, from customers. So hit that engagement button and then scroll down. So in the campaign name, so make sure you give it a name that you can remember, that you can recognize instantly. So I'm just going to put Facebook ManyChat walk the dog post engagement. So once done that, hit continue, which will bring you to the audience section right here. So if you already have your email list, you can actually create a custom audience. Over in this I'll show you. Sorry, I don't want to be jumping all over the place, but say if you have we can either use, there's two choices. So either use custom audience and lookalike audience, or you can create from scratch your targeting and the location, put in demographics, psychographics, and also geographic. So for those of you who don't have an email list, don't sweat it. You can start from scratch, create a new audience right here. I'll show you. So actually, I'll show you right now how you can upload your custom audience. So pretty much you go to your drop-down menu, go to audiences. We'll leave this page, doesn't matter, we can continue in a bit. So when you go to your audiences page right here, so you can create a custom audience, or you can create a lookalike audience. So when you create a custom audience, you can actually upload your email list onto your Facebook page. So Facebook will correlate the data based on your email list, which is the customer file right here. So this is when you have the email list, you want to upload it onto Facebook. You can use website traffic, app activity, offline activity as well. And here's another one, engagement. So this is the one that you want to use post ad. So pretty much when you create the ad, that will be running and you're getting a lot of engagements on your posts. What you can do is you can create a custom audience based on the engagement. So pretty much based on the Facebook page, because this post is on our Facebook page. So we can create a custom audience using that engagement, and then go to the Facebook page, and pretty much, just to select your actual page. So from here, you can select anyone who engaged with your page, but what you really want here is anyone who sent a message to your page, because the Facebook posts that we created, we're hooking up that with ManyChat, so you're interacting with your page, people send a message. So this is a highly targeted custom audience that you can create. So suggest creating this audience once your ad start running and get enough sufficient engagement, comments on your post, then you can create this custom audience. And then based on this custom audience, you can create a 1% lookalike audience as well. So, but for now, let's go back to our post. All this data that you created, all these audiences, that's valuable data that you have, and it's gold nugget. So, because you're already targeting people who already comment on the page. So when you run your next post, it's easier, to generate comments, because you don't have to start from scratch anymore. So let's go back to our ads, creating our ad right here. So we'll continue from continue. Yeah. So for example here, so Andrew, do you have any audiences that we want to use, or should we just create something from
Yeah, I
scratch?
mean, yeah, let's just go through scratch and just show them what that process is and coming up with like, matching behaviors, demographics so people can understand that. And then
Okay.
obviously you can save those targeting and build a custom audience from that as well, right? So let's just do it from scratch, I guess.
Okay, great.
Does
Yeah. So
that work?
first of all, locations. This one, make sure it is in the location that you're selling your product, that you actually ship the product to. If you're selling in the United States, make sure you have it there. If you're selling in Australia, make sure you have it there. Don't use any random ones. Like say South Africa or anywhere else. If you're not going to ship the product to that country, or UK, if you're not going to ship the product to UK, do not include that in there. It sounds common, it might be common sense, but it's not common practice. So make sure you get this right. And with the age group, you have to really know your target audience, your demographics.
Yeah, that would be probably 25 and above for these people because they have money.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And also, I wouldn't suggest, I would suggest definitely at least 21, just because in US, 21 years old, then you can get a credit card. Maybe put 19, 20, even though we're getting comments, and we want to focus on those actual potential buyers. So for this post, we'll do 25, and maximum, it really depends as well on your demographics. But we can put it to 65 plus or 64. And then once we're running ads, I'll go through that in the final week on how you can tweak your ads when you run it, just so you get more targeted as you go. As Facebook optimizes your ads every 24, 48 hours, we can optimize the ad, so we can tweak the age again, we can tweak the gender, we can tweak the location. So meaning if you're targeting US, in the ad manager, we're going to tweak it, and we can strictly focus on states, specifically, the states in US that people are commenting from. So for example, New York or anywhere else, California, where location where we get more comments, we want to focus on those specific states. So for now, we'll just keep it as general as possible. So gender, all, make sure we don't want to select it. We'll tweak it down the track when ads start running. So language, we want to target English because our post is English. And then if you're using Spanish or even Chinese or any other languages for your post, and make sure you tweak these languages accordingly. So in the interest here, demographics, interest, behaviors. So this is a interesting part. So what we can really target is really depends on your targeting. Actual how much your actual target audience. So since it's anything related to dog, so let's see what we have here. Because before that,
there are brands like PetSmart and Petco are two big brands in the U.S. Major retailers. So I don't know if you want to use those too.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So let's use people interested in Petco.
Yeah.
Yep. And was it?
And PetSmart.
PetSmart.
It's all one word. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. So
they're too huge.
Yep. That's fine. So in terms of the interest, I highly suggest keeping it like within groups when you create separate, and then you can create different ad sets for that. So for example, now we're focusing on pet companies, and then the next ad set, you can focus strictly those who are interested in specific dog breeds, depending on what your product is selling. So say this pet collar, say because it's one size fits all, so it fits larger breeds and also smaller breeds as well. So we can have an ad set specifically targeting those dog breeds. So having a separate ad sets. So, and what we can do, to take it a little bit further, you can narrow your audience as well. Just because I'm going to keep the audience as specific as possible, so we can narrow that. One thing we can use is the behaviors. So let's see, we can actually select dog owners if, right here. So people's hobbies and interests include owning dogs. So, this is highly targeted as well. So we can target those who owns a dog, because if they don't own a dog, they're not going to they might comment on it, but they definitely will not buy your product, unless they would buy it as presents or gifts to the family or friends. But again, we don't want to be too broad with our targeting. We want to be as targeted as possible. So you can select that, dog owners. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, so, okay, one thing to keep in mind is on Facebook. Let's see. So Facebook will be removing that soon. So while it's still available, we're going to milk it for what it's worth. So we have it in here.
Thanks to Cambridge.
Yeah. So what we have in here, it doesn't matter if Facebook Facebook remove that, because we already have the data. And when we create custom audience based on this data, pretty much we're targeting dog owners. So, make sure you have, we use it, put this, and use the behaviors as many as possible, so we get more data for us to, for Facebook down the track for us to run better ads. So you can put target owners, dog owners. You can also put depending if you're selling, I guess, dog food, then you can select, purchase behavior. So people will likely buy dog food and products based on dog ownerships. So we can have this in here as well, because pet collar, it's part of a dog product. So don't worry too much about the warning sign, just because we're removing the data.
And how big would you build this out? So if you're doing 2 interests, up top, and then some behavior, and then maybe who purchase online or things like that. I mean, would you have multiple things? Would you get the potential reach down to under 1 million is kind of what you're looking to go after, or what would you say?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So for the potential reach right here, this one is still somewhat a little bit broad, but because the audience is quite huge, just because we're in the pet products industry, that's the $1 billion industry, and we have a lot of data for that. So something along, somewhere in the middle or a little bit over, it doesn't really matter. But as long as we have these behaviors, so purchasing behavior, so this is, it's quite targeted in terms of that. So we narrow it down. We narrow it down further. So that's considering pretty good, say from 8 million down to about 3 million. So it's considered quite targeted, and from here we can tweak it once we start running the ads. So once you selected, the interest and also behaviors for the demographics and the psychographics. So what you want to do is make sure you save this audience, because if you don't save it, all this data, once you run the ad, you don't save it, it will be gone. We won't be able to use that again. So when we save this audience, we can use this data. We can create custom audience for this, and also lookalike audience, and then retarget further again. So let's save this. Also, when you name the audience, you need to make sure you rename it to be as specific as possible, so you don't get confused. When you trying to search for it. So what I'm going to do here is Petco, PetSmart, cross it with behavior. So dog owners, and also products. And what you can do is also add in the age as well, so 25 to 64, English. So yeah, just be as specific as possible, so you can remember, you can identify it once. When you need to search for your audience in the audiences section. So save it. So let's wait for a moment until, so lately Facebook has this error, so parameter save audience, ID invalid. Don't worry too much about that. It disappear down the track when we create the ad and also the creative section. So another thing is placements. This is really, really important. You don't want to put an automatic, even though it says recommended. Of course, Facebook wants to make money off you, so that's why I recommend it for you to throw money down the drain. That's what Facebook would say. So what you want to do is edit placements. This is really important. So edit placements. So okay, we want to have Facebook and then the news feeds. So this is the main targeting platform that we want to have for the ad placements. Instant articles, not many people read it. So because it's pretty much when people reading an article and your ad show through down in the middle. It's similar to, like, say when you're watching a YouTube video and suddenly an ad popped up. You like it? I personally hate it. So nobody will look at it. It's just a waste of money because you're interrupting other people's flow. So remove that. That's the same for in-stream videos. When you're watching videos, halfway through, Facebook pop up an ad. It's interrupting your flow. Don't need it. Right column, we don't need that either. Suggested videos, don't need that either. Yep. Audience network, don't need that either. And as for Instagram, so it really depends on your, when you're running different types of ads, you might have Instagram feed as well. But in our case, we don't need it because we're getting Facebook comments. We're not getting Instagram comments, so don't need it. So just by you doing this, you're saving yourself a lot of money. So don't worry about this. Facebook is just trying to scare you, so you spend more money. So don't worry about that. And then budget and schedule. So for daily budget, so right here. So it really depends on your budget, what budget you might have. You can start small, as always suggest, starting small but think big, because when you grow this baby, grow it big. So another tip is when you are putting in the daily budget, you want to slowly start from small and slowly increase it. But what you don't want to do is, say for example, you're spending $20 a day on that, and then next day, you suddenly reduce it to $5. Don't do that, because Facebook absolutely hate it. Because when you reduce it from $20 to $5 or $20 to $10, ending reducing the budget, you're actually restricting the Facebook algorithm to show your ads to audiences. You're breaking the flow. You're putting on the stop button on Facebook's algorithm. You're cutting this traction. So Facebook absolutely hates that. So don't do it. So sometimes I suggest you can start from $5, but say for now we'll do $10 per day, and then schedule just to let it run continuously. You can set a start and end date, but I wouldn't suggest doing that, because usually when you have an end date, Facebook algorithm will actually target and also optimize your ad based on the end date. So when it's slowly approaching the end date, the ad's optimized for it to slow down and reduce traction. So we want to do that. We want to get traction all the way, have it to grow exponentially. So because it doesn't really matter, if it's not working, we can just switch it off. turn it off. You don't have to put an end date for that. So just a reminder for you guys. So run it, run my ads continuously starting today, and double check again for optimization. So post engagement. So you can put daily unique reach as well, or impressions. But for now, these are mainly for if you're not running Facebook Messenger ads, or you're running a video ads that you want to target certain employees. You can use daily unique reach because it's actually pretty cheap, and impressions as well. But that's another topic itself. I don't want to get too deep into that. But for now, we'll focus on what we're going to do, which is post engagement. So scroll down and then hit continue to the next page where you create your ad. So we'll use existing posts. Make sure you select the Facebook page that is, that's where you post your ads from, that represented in your ads. So on my dot supply, this is the one, double check on that. And so what we want to do here is select your posts. So which is the post that we just posted up before. We're going to run ads for that. So this one right here. So timeline photo, okay. You can double check on the ad. You can add a button as well. So you can put a button, learn more. I highly suggest, send a message because we're trying to get comments. We want to get people to comment so our many chatbot will fire up. So definitely send a message, click on that, update your post, let it load for a bit. Okay. And here you can actually see a preview on the mobile news feed, or you can have it on the desktop news feed, or what your ad actually looks like. So this is what it looks like. But go back to the mobile news feed. You realize that when we check your ads running, you realize a lot of traffic actually comes from mobile. Just because people are always on the mobile every day. It's compared to your desktop news feed. So okay, make sure it's back up again. Double check and I send a message. Yep. And next thing is your Facebook pixel. Definitely want to have this up and running. So that Facebook can gain more data, keep track of your pixels. For those of you who don't have any pixel setup, you want to set that up, which is you just click this button right here. It will take you to the process of creating your Facebook pixel. So once we've done that, just click confirm. And it's taking a few seconds for it to
Eugene, one question I had for you: if you had a lot of action on a post and you want to do, is there ways to do it with like post IDs and stuff as well? Like if you were duplicating an ad and there was engagement on it rather than running an ad, you could do something with post page IDs. Have you seen that ever?
Sorry, I don't quite get it. Post.
Yeah, so like so some of your ads have like an ID, right?
Yep.
And so when you run those ads, if you duplicate the ad and you don't want to you want to show that engagement on that new ad that you're creating, right? Is there a way to do that with Facebook? Do you know?
Do you mean you want to duplicate the ad and then create a new ad for that?
Yeah, like if you were creating, so like if this ad had, well, I guess we're kind of going off topic on the thing, but the idea is that if that ad had, a good reach to it, like you were talking about at one point in time, where you're putting it onto, other countries, right, to get that engagement, and then you want to show that same ad kind of going, but you got engagement on it, even though you might not be getting it in the U.S., you might be getting it in Philippines or something like that. Right? Is that kind of how is that done?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So pretty much, you can go back to your ads manager, and then from there we can create a different ad sets for that. Is that what you mean? So targeting different countries?
Yeah, I guess that's what you're doing. And then you were talking about that you shut one off or something like that, right?
Oh,
To
yeah.
get
So
engagement.
pretty much you do it in here.
I see. Okay.
So for any ad sets that you're different targeting, so you're targeting different countries, highly suggest keeping it within the main campaign, which is this one that you're running. Do not create a new campaign because number one, when you create a different ad sets for that specific campaign, you're giving Facebook's algorithm more data. So the more data they have, the better the algorithm will optimize for your campaign. So say, for example, you can target US and then, for example, we can get more, you can target a different country. Say, for example, if you're targeting, I don't know, Philippines, say you're selling products within the you ship to the Philippines, and you realize you want to put that, sorry, you definitely put that under an ad set right here. So just create a new ad set, or you can just duplicate it and then you just change the country targeting. And when you do a comparison, what you will see is, can we create this to target the Philippines, Andrew?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just want to double check if you actually ship to Philippines. Because we can do a comparison right here. And, when you're targeting US and you're targeting, say, a country like, say, Philippines, so let me go back. Your cost per click, cost per engagement is what we're looking at right now. Will be lower because US is always more expensive compared to other countries. And original campaign.
I didn't mean to throw you off from where you were going, but I was just curious if we were, continuing on. I mean, you can do separate. You can go back and then come back to this, however you want to do. I didn't mean to throw you off your.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. We can create an existing campaign in right here. So we're duplicating the ad set. Yep. And so what you want to do is, we change it to the Philippines right here. And of course, the audience, you want to put in Philippines, for example. Yep. And then the rest, you want to keep it the same as well. And then hit publish. So it's pretty easy once you've created the first one, and you can create multiple ad sets targeting different countries. So you can do a comparison between those, and then if one is working better than the other, you can always throw in more budget, increase your budget. If one's not working as good, you can always cancel and remove it. And okay, ads already active and it's approved. So that's good. So pretty much that's how you create the ad sets, the campaign ad sets, and the ads for your engagement posts. And then from here, let's go back to our growth tool. So this is the tool that we're using at the moment. And as you see, as people comment and as people reply to your comments, you see that your audience, will start to grow. I'm going to go to dashboard right here. You can see your active subscribers. So now we already have 46. So we have extra 5 subscribers just from people commenting on that post. So quick go back here and I can refresh this.
Yeah, Facebook has got so many twists and turns. I mean, it's super simple to get this, to understand this. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like all the settings that I've shown before, edit placement is actually, we definitely save on your costs. And when we start tweaking it, because a lot of people, they don't tweak the ads. It's just
Right.
set and forget, which this is not the case. You can't do this. There's no set and forget. You have to
Right.
optimize it.
Right.
Pretty much you have to see your Facebook algorithm as as your baby. You have to teach it how to show it to, how to walk and then how to run. So we
Right.
teach how to show it to different audiences, people who are
Right.
comment, people who will engage with your post.
Right. Right. And I guess the best way what you're doing here is creating and see, there's already some people already, look, there's a bunch of people right there. Like we didn't, Monica Wall. Yeah, I walk in the morning and hey, thanks. Trick heavy coat, whatever. There's more people. Oh my gosh, look at all those
Yeah.
people. I mean, we just
Yeah.
launched this. I mean, so
Yeah.
you guys, this is really, really a cool thing. Like we just launched this thing and all of a sudden we've got mostly the better, they're asking questions, all these things. Like this is engagement, right? That you got for, that's amazing, right? There's somebody who liked it, you know what I mean? It's just amazing that we've got all this engagement and we just put this thing up literally, 2 minutes ago?
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
by asking these questions in polls, you can really draw people in, right, Eugene? I mean, this is kind of the whole thing,
Yeah. This
Um,
is the main thing, and
yeah, and so then you can write back to them and say, hey, because now you got them engaged. Not only that, but they're also getting into your Facebook Messenger list, right? So now you can start to really kind of like within ManyChat, message them out with offers and things like that, which is really quite amazing on this type of stuff, right? So, and then you can hit up those people who are talking to you with like, hey, we've got a special, here's a special bonus, for this, and it's like whatever, right? And then at that point in time, they can go and ManyChat will fire off the safety kind of thing, and it's like boom, and there's how you can drive sales, which is really cool. Like this is like, it's like wow, eye opening. You know what I mean?
yeah.
On that stuff.
Yeah.
And then we got in the Philippines. Obviously, you want to because Petco and PetSmart aren't very big in the Philippines. I guess targeting more dog owners would probably be a better way to go about that if you're going to try and do this tactic of getting engagement on the ads, like comments, likes, and shares, right?
Yeah. So we already have
So
one share.
share, yeah. So
And
so there,
there's
so
extra 5 entries. Yeah.
5 entries, yeah. See, I mean, we've got 5 people who already put in a thing, which is this giveaway, right? So
Yeah.
doing this, like we're going to give away it to one of these people who have entered, but we don't give a time frame of when this is going to end, right? I mean, it's not like, oh, it ends tomorrow. This could be a week, or 2 weeks, but whoever the winner is, we'll just give them that thing, and we'll broadcast on the next post is like to all the people who were part of that and the people who joined the Facebook Messenger group with we could have put a tag in Messenger, right? ManyChat. I mean, then we can just say, hey, look, Ed whatever won this thing. Congratulations, boom.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's how you would end the contest, correct?
Yeah. So, or a better way is you can edit this right here, and you can put updated post. Congratulations to so and so. Let's choose one of. Okay, Stephanie. Congratulations, Stephanie, for winning the prize. You can PM us for your shipping details, and then we'll ship it out for you.
Okay.
Yeah, update the
So you
post.
do it right. So you just do it within the same post, and you update it with like the winner.
Yep. Because one thing
it's already good.
Yeah, when you update the post, Facebook will notify them again.
Yeah, right.
So they will check. They will check it again. So it means more potential for them to know more about your product they're running. But most importantly, I want to couldn't emphasize more again is the post question. They have to keep it really really simple. Nothing too complicated. List it down, ABC, something easy for people to post, to comment. So say someone like this, C or 9, something easy for them to comment, and not like them have to write an essay or put a full sentence. Because the more friction that that you create, the least amount of comments that you will receive.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is awesome. I mean, you can really just see how well this works. I mean, and you just have to spend a few bucks on it, but getting that engagement, getting those people in, this is what it requires. You just target those audience members. And you figure that stuff out, and it's just, grows your conversion. And like you're doing there, Eugene, I mean, if you have a drop shipping business, like for, say, Oh My Dog Supplies, right? I mean, you literally can go out to Etsy, Amazon, wherever, find a product, say it's okay, this is going to be the thing, put it in the thing, and then back into Jumper and stuff. And then from there you can kind of give away that prize and then just send it out where people buying, right? So
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
really
Exactly.
awesome.
Yeah. Like you probably get a lot of aha moments right now just by running this post. There's lots of ways you can grow your
Yeah.
business just
Right.
by doing
Right.
Facebook Messenger posts, and
Yeah.
you're growing your
Exactly.
subscribers at the moment as well.
Right.
So just killing two birds with one stone, and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much it for running the creating the Facebook ads.
Cool.
So we'll go back to the presentation. Yep. Okay, so in the next webinar, we're showing you ManyChat and also Jumper follow-up sequences. So this is where I focus more on your copywriting because copywriting is very important, like your sales copy, how you write to sell. You want to write to sell, and then also making sure certain words that you use will trigger certain emotions, and like how copywriting, when you do it, the more emotional you get people to feel, and as of course happy, you don't get them to feel angry. You want them to get them to feel excited, happy for then the more they will remember you. So in the next webinar, we'll focus more on the follow-up sequence, the messages that you can write, the copywriting that you can do. So
Cool.
again, I like to before we end this, I like to always leave you with something motivational. And also lack of direction and a lack of time is the problem. We all have 24 hours in a day, and this is by Zig Ziglar. So when you have your direction, when you have a map to follow, you won't get lost in the forest. And don't say that you don't have time to do it, because each one of us, we have 24 hours a day. So just go ahead, start running your Facebook ads, your posts, start testing it, and then we'll see you in the next webinar.
Yeah. Well,
Thank
Eugene,
you.
yeah. And you can reach Eugene all here if you need to get him. He's really awesome at what it is. Obviously, you saw that in a matter of 5 minutes. We already got a bunch of people responded. We're going to let this go and for the next week, and then we're going to come back and Eugene's got still more stuff up his sleeves to show things, but thanks, Eugene. That was awesome. I was amazed at the stuff. I thought I was pretty good, but no, you're really way better. So always learning, right? Always be learning.
Yeah.
That's the
That's
thing.
right.
So that's cool.
Thanks, Andrew.
Great, Eugene. We'll talk next week.
Okay, see ya. Bye.
Bye. Bye.